Are there boundaries in the spirit world? Are there rules there too? Or are all bets off? I'm going to share a personal, weird, but true story about that. Stay tuned. Hi everybody, thanks for joining me again. I'm Laura Giles with Pan Society. And this story is a bit personal, but I went to this bodywork training once. Everything went fine, business as usual. Went back to the hotel after the first day and went to sleep. Woke up in the middle of the night and the instructor was in bed having sex with me. I don't mean physically, he didn't break into my hotel. We didn't even have a conversation, so he didn't know where I was staying, but his energy body was there. And I guess some people don't know that you're going to know what they're up to or who they are. But let me tell you this is possible, and it's a violation. The rule of sovereignty applies in the energy or spirit realm just as it does here. If you wouldn't do it in the physical world, don't do it in the spirit realm. Another example is astral traveling. Now, you can go anywhere. You aren't bounded by walls, dogs, or alarms, but just because you can doesn't mean you should. You have no business spying on showering people, checking up on your boyfriend, or just being places that you weren't invited. It's like looking into other people's bank account or diaries. It's none of your business. Same goes with if you have psychic or mediumship powers. You don't get to peep into people's lives, or even worse, tell other people what you see. That's gossip, and it's none of your business. If you aren't invited, butt out. And even if you are invited into someone's confidence, either as a business transaction or you're reading for them, or personally, and they're telling you something about themselves, that information stays with you. It doesn't become yours to do with as you please. And I can't tell you how many times I've heard people just start telling other people's business or just start reading people who didn't give permission. And that's not cool. That's mediumship 101. Or not even that, it's humanity 101. So another example is healers. If you have the ability to do energy healing, you can't go determining that you're the authority on who needs healing and just start healing the world because it's what you think is best. It's not your place. People have to ask for that. You have to give permission. The only exceptions to that are your minor children and the mentally ill. You can't ask their higher self. You have to ask them. It's like if I'm estranged from my mom and I think it's because of her issues, so I try fixing them by sending her healing. That's a violation of sovereignty. Now, what you can do ethically is loving kindness, and there's a video about that in the archives. It's just about sending her love and light, and that's an offering, not a healing. She's free to accept it or reject it. It's like the story. If I offer you a gift and you refuse, to whom does the gift belong? Me, of course. I can't impose loving kindness on you, but I can offer it. Now, if you're not understanding why, maybe you think that the larger goal is spreading healing throughout the world, and what's wrong with that? So let me tell you in a nutshell, it's about free will. Maybe I'm not ready, willing, or able to be healed. Forcing that upon me interferes with my free will. It's making me your slave. It's taking away my options. We all have the right to options. When I was learning a new energy healing technique, I practiced on plants. And even then, I asked first. Now, obviously, plants can't talk, and this is one of those times when you have to trust your higher guidance to know that the answer you perceive is the right one, but you have to ask just the same. You give gratitude for their participation because ultimately you're not the healer anyway. You're the vessel through which the medicine flows. Spirit is a healer. Anyway, I hope I've given you something to think about. If it was useful, please show some gratitude by subscribing, commenting, or sharing. And let's keep that love train moving. And you can also hit the donation button below. For those who have already done that, big thanks and a hug to you. We are a donation supported group, so we can't really survive without you. So thanks for joining in, and be kind to each other. See you next time. Ciao.